What's up, you guys? Ross Sapp, managing editor, Fightful.com and FightfulBoxing.com. Here with a little update for you. As covered by FightfulBoxing.com's lead writer, Carlos Toro, several title fights this weekend, one of which has an MMA crossover. Heather Hardy won the WBO Women's Featherweight Championship on Saturday night. Here's the story as it appears on Fightful.com and FightfulBoxing.com. After being one of New York's most popular female boxers for years, Heather Hardy is now a world champion. In a rare instance of women's boxing being shown on HBO, Hardy defeated Shelly Vincent by unanimous decision to win the vacant WBO Women's Featherweight title. The fight was the televised opening bout of HBO's October 27th broadcast from Madison Square Garden. The two had previously fought in 2016 with the WBC International Women's Featherweight title on the line. Hardy won that fight, considered to be one of the best women's boxing fights of 2016, but the first victory for Hardy was by majority decision. This rematch was not as competitive as their first encounter, mainly because Hardy outboxed Vincent throughout most of the fight. Hardy spent some time working the body and connecting with the uppercut, which seems to have troubled Vincent. In terms of power punches, Hardy landed 206 of 622 total punches, while Vincent landed 146 of 683. The fight was originally never planned to be a part of the HBO telecast, but a strong effort by Hardy, who pleaded with HBO to broadcast the fight, made sure the two women got their chance to be on the network. It's the second ever women's boxing fight to air live on HBO. The first one being Cecilia Brax's undisputed welterweight title defense against Kayla Reese on May 5th. If you've ever seen Heather Hardy in interviews, she is magnetic. She is incredibly charismatic. She has a special quality about her. I have said on numerous podcasts, if she would have found MMA or vice versa in her early 20s, I think that she could have been the woman that spearheaded the huge upswing in women's MMA, and she's also competing in Bellator. That's not all, though. Daniel Jacobs won the vacant IBF middleweight title. Here's the story as it appears on FightfulBoxing.com. A narrow win in the main event of an HBO boxing card from MSG. Jacobs outlasted Derevchenko thanks to a first-round knockout to win the vacant IBF middleweight title. Jacobs won the fight by split decision, with two judges scoring the fight 115-112 in favor of Jacobs, while a third judge had Derevchenko winning 114-113. The bout was a wild and scrappy affair. It saw both men add 12 more rounds to the 300-plus rounds of sparring sessions they have had for years. Once the fight ended, both men embraced each other in a sign of mutual respect. Fightful's Joe Holbert had an incredible feature on Daniel Jacobs on FightfulBoxing.com. Make sure you guys check that out. Also, Alberto Machado on this show took out Yandale Evans to retain the WBA Super Featherweight title. Make sure you all check out the results of that fight at FightfulBoxing.com as well. Make sure you guys subscribe. We are going live much more often. Our podcasts on the MMA and boxing side are soon to be over here. Exclusive interviews, reaction videos, pros picks. We got it all. Subscribe and tell your friends.